a couple things ready. Doing my Kiwi Farms thread. Ah, joke's on you, I don't have Kiwi Farms thread. Make sure all this is going correctly. Okay, all the dancing's off. How are we doing today, folks? I had to fuck up OBS a little bit more than usual because OBS is fucked up a little more than usual. So, that's great. Ow. Norvat, I got notifications on. Been a little bit since Coffee Stream. How you doing? How you doing? In Minecraft? Oh boy. 1 second, let me, live chat. There we go. Holy shit, no shit. Yeah. Talk about this dick bag. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Let me get this, all ready here. Well, you'd think I'd have things prepared. So, previously, I had actually talked about Activision, Bobby Kotick, and the walkout and all that. So there is a previous stream about this. Okay, about that intro, what were you thinking? I wasn't. I picked the song. The dancing thing, I mean, can you blame me? All this, it's funny. I look like shit today. Ignore me. Wow, it all popped in at the same time. Can't get enough ragging on this guy? Ah, I feel ya. So, let me, about a week ago, which I planned on streaming, but I'll talk about some of that as the end. Looking yesterday, I have an understandable snake. Real quick, let me full screen, window capture. Is it capturing the window properly? No, why would it? Why the fuck would it? Hang on here. Wouldn't be one of my streams if something didn't horribly fuck up. Hey, there we go. Oh, there we go. It's a small version. Moving normal now. The last time the frame rate was jerky and awful. Yeah, OBS, again, OBS has been fucking up lately. Also, I don't know why there are 2 chat boxes, but that's not supposed to be, Tell you what, we'll let that one stay up and we'll get rid of this one. Hey, alright, Scuff Stream. It's already awful. Thank you, John. So yeah, okay. So, previously, I did a stream about all this, but more recently, about 10 days ago, actually, this headline came out here. Activision CEO Bobby Kotick knew for years about sexual misconduct allegations of video game giant. This is by the Wall Street Journal, and by the way, you guys should thank me. I had to fucking sign into Wall Street Journal. I had to make an account on the site. I didn't pay any money, but... okay, so... CEO of sexual harassment? Yeah. Bobby Kotick, longtime chief executive of video game giant Activision Blizzard Incorporated, received a troubling email in July 2018. A lawyer for a former employee at Sledgehammer Games, an Activision-owned studio, alleged in the email that her client had been raped in 2016 and 2017 by her male supervisor after she'd been pressured to consume too much alcohol at office and work events. 1 second, I need another drink. Seems like you're more yeah, I mean, thank you for the sacrifice. You're welcome. The female employee reported the incidents to Sledgehammer's Human Resources Department and other supervisors, but nothing happened according to the email, which threatened a lawsuit with the company. In months of receiving the email, people familiar with the situation said Activision reached an out-of-court settlement with the woman who'd also reported one of the incidents to the police. Mr. Kotick did not inform the company's board of directors about the alleged rapes or the settlement, said people with knowledge of the board. Activision has been thrown into turmoil in recent months by multiple regulatory investigations into alleged sexual assaults and mistreatment of female employees dating back years. Mr. Kotick has told directors and other executives he wasn't aware of many of the allegations of misconduct and has played down others, according to people familiar with the matter and internal documents. Those documents, which include memos, emails, regulatory requests, interviews, former employees, and others familiar with the company, however, cast Mr. Kotick's response in a different light. They show that he knew about the allegations of employee misconduct in many parts of the company, and he didn't inform the board of directors about anything he knew. Everything he knew. The interviews and documents show even after regulators began investigating misconducts in 2018. Got a background so we can relive a chat. Oh boy. And you make a proper chat box? I do. Hey Joey. I genuinely didn't know that Blizzard was a part of Activision before the allegation. Yeah, they bought them, I think, in like 08, 09? Sometime around then. Sometime around then. So yes, Mr. Kotick has been subpoenaed in a Securities and Exchange Commission investigation to have a company handle reports of misconduct and disclose them to the public. Wall Street Journal reported in September what Mr. Kotick knew about the alleged incidents and what he told other employees, the board of directors, and investors is a part of that probe. In addition, the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing filed a lawsuit in July alleging the company ignored numerous complaints by female employees of harassment, discrimination, retaliation, citing what it called frat boy culture. In response, Mr. Kotick drafted an email that he had another executive send to employees under her name that had dismissed California's allegations as presenting a distorted and untrue picture of the company, according to internal documents reviewed by the journal. Background, so we can... Yeah, I thought I had this in dark mode earlier. Hang on, let me refresh this with dark mode. 1 second. I swear. Oh yeah, it was a fucking other article that I had forced into dark mode. Hold up. Great thumbnail, by the way. I made that myself. Okay, is the site fucking up again? God damn it! I just shouldn't have done anything. I should have just. Last time Blizzard got my money was 2016 when I bought Overwatch. I can't say the same. I wish I could say the same. Activision was Blizzard's middle name. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna want to go into dark mode. Fuck. Hold on. Yeah, no, it's not want to go in dark mode. Fuck. All right. Shitty fucking website. Hold up. Okay. So, if I can get this going again properly. Oh. God damn it. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, folks. I know people who bullied people into buying Blizzard games in front of Eggstein. Yeah, I know, but... okay. So we're going to scroll down a tiny bit here. A board of directors was blindsided about California lawsuits allegations, including that an Activision employee had committed suicide after her photo of her vagina was allegedly circulated at a company party, according to people familiar with the board. The directors have questioned Mr. Kotick about what he knew and why they hadn't been better informed, these people have said. He has told them any cultural issues were centered to the company's Blizzard Entertainment unit, which he'd said he'd resolved earlier, these people have also said. In a recent interview, Mr. Kotick describes himself as transparent with the board, and he provides directors as much information as they require and is appropriate. I'm very committed to making sure we have the most welcoming, most inclusive workplace in the industry. He lied. Said. Sorry, what was that? Activision spokeswoman Helene Kolaski said in a written statement that Mr. Kotick would not have been informed of every report of every misconduct at every Activision Blizzard company, nor would he reasonably be expected to have been updated on all personal issues. Said Activision sometimes falls short of ensuring all our employees' behavior was consistent with our values and expectations. Activision's board, in a statement sent by Ms. Kolaski, I don't know how to say her name, has said it has been informed at all times with respect to the status of regulatory matters, and that Mr. Kotick has said problems were only at Blizzard, one of the company's most successful studios. Santa Monica-based Activision is the second largest publicly traded video game company by market capitalization. It employs about 10,000 people. Its franchises include Call of Duty, Candy Crush, and World of Warcraft. And under Mr. Kotick's leadership, the market value has risen about 54 billion from $14 billion a decade ago. Now, real quick, iPatch is wrong. There are 2 lines. I had to make that real quick in Photoshop. And by Photoshop, I mean GIMP. I kind of rushed. Since the California lawsuit, Activision received more than 500 reports from current and former employees alleging that harassment, sexual assault, bullying, pay disparities, and other issues alleging from... I'm tired. Give me 1 second, folks. Another drink of water. All right. Since the California lawsuit, all right. According to people familiar with the matter, the Activision spokeswoman said the company is investigating the claims using teams from both inside and outside the company. The examples of alleged misconduct by Activision employees cited in this article haven't been previously reported. Mr. Kotick, 58 years old, is one of the highest paid chief executives in the United States publicly traded company. The pay package in 2020 valued at $154 million. Out of any multi-million-dollar video game company that practices toxic frat boy behavior, of course it's Activision. I mean, yeah. Does that surprise you? So yes, in October, after a journal approached Activision with questions for this article, Mr. Kotick had told employees that he would ask the board to reduce his total annual compensation to $62,500 if the company was implementing a zero-tolerance harassment policy and ending mandatory arbitration for harassment and discrimination claims. In August, Activision named a longtime employee, Jennifer O'Neill, to be Blizzard's co-head, making her one of the first women to lead the company's business units. The following month, she sent an email to a member of Activision's legal team, which she professed a lack of faith in Activision's leadership to turn the culture around, saying it was clear the company would never prioritize our people the right way. Miss O'Neill said in the email that she'd been sexually harassed earlier in her career in Activision, and she was paid less than her male counterpart at the helm of Blizzard, which is Mike Ybarra, and wanted to discuss her resignation. I've been tokenized, marginalized, and discriminated against, wrote Miss O'Neill, who is Asian American and gay. She described a party in Activision development studio she attended with Mr. Kotick around 2007, which scantily clad women danced on stripper poles. At the same party, a DJ encouraged female attendees to drink more so the men would have a better time, according to another person who was present. Ms. Klasky said Mr. Kotick didn't remember attending such a party. The company announced on November 2nd that Ms. O'Neill is leaving Blizzard at year's end. O'Neill said in this email statement she made a decision that was best for her and her family. So keep going down here. Yeah, thank you, Sebastian. In the interview, Mr. Kotick disputed that Activision is unwelcoming to women and said that examples of misconduct identified by the journal are exceptions that don't reflect the company overall. He said that he's spending more time on workplace issues. There are experiences people have in the workplace that make them uncomfortable. We're much more adept at being able to respond to those, he said. He said the board and him now expect to be kept better informed than in the past of workplace issues. Now we're gonna talk about his history here. They bring it up in your article, but some of this is pretty interesting. I didn't think video games bring out this side of people. Anything can bring out this side of people. But yeah, Mr. Kotick has been a technology entrepreneur since he dropped out of the University of Michigan in the 1980s at the urging, he said, of Steve Jobs. He is counted with former casino magnate Steve Wynn as one of his mentors. Together with a group of investors, he acquired Activision out of bankruptcy in 1991 for about $400,000. Which I will give a quick history as somebody who has played a lot of games, especially of Activision's over years. Yeah, in the the late 80s, early 90s, Activision was a fucking shit show. The fact that it's even as regarded as it is now, despite the negative PR of the last few years, is fucking impressive. Because that company, it almost went full-on THQ. Which, if you know anything about THQ's last years, Activision was in a very similar state. Hey, Cyber, I'm bad at names. Cyber Sparkle. There we go. But yes, he forged his reputation by acquiring successful development studios. Behind popular gaming franchises, Mr. Kotick long allowed those studios to operate as independently as possible, which he's believed to foster development of hit games. I need a drink here. Former employees at several studios said behaviors such as workplace drinking, comments about women's appearances, sharing of explicit content, and staff organized trips to strip clubs. God damn it! The S hurts. They didn't feel comfortable complaining to Human Resources. The Activision spokeswoman said Human Resources began reporting directly to corporate office in 2019, and the prior setup occasionally allowed some employees to conduct themselves in regrettable ways. Okay. So yeah. Mr. Kotick approves high-profile hiring decisions and the exit and pay packages of startup developers, and he is typically aware of any major problems in each of Activision's 12 development studios and 3 major business units, according to people familiar with the leadership. Where's everyone? Okay, weird thing, it didn't send out a notification earlier, so I don't know why, but I'll get a notification on my phone when I go live, and I got no notification. So, at the very least, people will see the VOD, and I'm okay with that. We're going to skip ahead here a tiny bit. Take a drink here. Now, this one was a weird one for me, because I've been a fan of this studio for a long time, and I didn't even hear about this until this article. Dan Bunting, co-head of Activision's Treyarch Studio, was accused by a female employee of sexually harassing her in 2017 after a night of drinking, according to people familiar with the incident. Activision's Human Resources Department and other supervisors launched an internal investigation in 2019 and recommended that he'd been fired. However, Mr. Kotick intervened to keep him, these people said. Mr. Bunting, who led Treyarch through production of several successful Call of Duty games, was given counseling and allowed to remain on the company, these people said. Mr. Bunting didn't respond to requests for comment. The Activision spokeswoman said an outside investigation was conducted in 2020. I was wondering why things have been running so smoothly in this stream. Something outside the stream broke. Where's the vodka you said you would drink next time? I'll drink soon. Not right now. So yes. Mr. Bunting left the company after the Journal had asked about the incident, so this year he left. Although Mr. Kotick didn't inform the board about the email accusing Sledgehammer Games supervisor of rape, Activision did take action. The accuser's lawyer, Harmita Dilan, identified the supervisor as Javier Pimino and said he'd also sexually sexually harassed. Drunk stream? Possibly. Drink fuzz peanut. I mean, I'm going to take a hit of this thing that's supposedly not allowed on YouTube real quick. So yes, alright. The Activision spokeswoman said the company immediately investigated the assault reports after executives received a 2018 email and fired Mr. Pimino 2 months later. Can you drink some Crystal Skull? I don't have Crystal Skull. I would take more like... Yeah, boy. So yes, the employee said she was too intoxicated to remember what happened, and that Mr. Pimino's recollection of second counter conflicted with employees' report to police. Said the female employee hadn't reported either incident to the company before she left in November 2017. Mr. Dillon's email, though, however, said the employee had told Sledgehammer Human Resources about both incidents. A colleague of the former employee had said the same. Mr. Pimino didn't respond to requests for comment. Spokesman for his subsequent employer, online game developer Zynga Incorporated, said it launched an internal investigation after questions from a journal, and Pimino subsequently resigned. No, I'm not gonna do that, Gash. You want that. That's what you want. I don't know. Okay. The email that accuses the lawyer sent Mr. Kotick also said another Sledgehammer employee, Edward Rohak, I don't know how to say that properly, been accused of sexual assault. A female employee, Ashley Marks, said in an interview that she had complained to supervisors in Human Resources in 2017 about harassment by Mr. Edward, including at a company party which there was heavy drinking. He confirmed that he was investigated for harassment incident in an office party in 2017 and said it was unclear exactly what did and did not happen, since a lot of alcohol was involved. He added that it was stupid of me and totally uncalled for to get bad drunk. He was given a 2-week paid leave and allowed to remain in Activision in a different position. And a human resource letter to him in 2017, which was shared by Mr. Rorish, I don't know how to say that. Activision was asked that he keep this matter confidential. Mr. Rushrish, a German citizen, said he was let go in 2018 after he had an argument with his manager about his green card. The Activision spokeswoman confirmed he was terminated for that reason. Are you sure you didn't start drinking yet? I wish. I'm just bad with the letter S. A little bit of a... Yeah. Excessive drinking has been associated with numerous complaints of alleged employee misconduct at Activision, according to former employees. Ms. Klasky said the company will soon be banning alcohol in the office. Which, I've never worked at a place that lets you drink that much in the office. Even at a party. Oh boy. Grapefruit Ghost Gin. I'm going to have to do that soon. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit because I'm not going to read the entire article. We're going to go to... we're going to go right here because this is technically the screenshot. Oh, right here. Yeah. In 2006, one of his assistants complained that he had harassed her by including threatening in a voicemail to have her killed, according to people familiar with the matter. He settled the matter out of court, people said. The Activision spokeswoman said Mr. Kotick quickly apologized 16 years ago for the obviously hyperbolic and inappropriate voicemail, and he deeply regrets the exaggeration in tone in his voicemail to this day. Just you're professional. Worked at a place with a beer fridge. Bad idea. Oh boy. Well, it wasn't banned. I'm surprised their games were even function. Well, I mean, I feel like Tony Hawk's Ride was made on enough vodka to kill a horse, but that's just me. Okay, so in 2007, Bobby Kotick was sued by a flight attendant on a private jet he co-owned. The flight attendant claimed the plane's pilot had sexually harassed her, and after she complained to the other owner, Mr. Kotick fired her. The defendants denied the allegations, and in a separate action related to legal fees in the case, an arbitrator, citing what he said was sworn testimony, wrote that Mr. Kotick told the flight attendant and her attorneys, "I'm going to destroy you." A spokesman for Mr. Kotick denied that he said that. You know, yeah, you're not wrong on that, Red Axis. They settled, in 2008, by paying the attendant $200,000, according to her arbitrator's decision. A spokesman for Mr. Kotick said he couldn't have fired her in retaliation for complaining because she never complained directly to him. In 2020, about 30 female employees who worked in Activision's esports division wrote an email to unit's leaders saying that female employees have been subject to unwanted touching, demeaning comments, exclusion from important meetings, and unsolicited comments of their appearance. Kotick was aware of the email, according to people familiar with the matter. Activision spokeswoman said that after meetings with representatives of the group, the company took steps such as hiring diversity, inclusion, training the esports leadership. People listen about keep your hands to yourself. Yeah. Okay. Former Blizzard technology chief Ben Kilgore faced multiple allegations of sexually harassing female staffers over the course of several years, according to people familiar with the matter. During a company investigation, Mr. Kilgore lied about whether he had a relationship with a lower-level employee. Some of these people ended up saying. He was fired in 2018 in a move approved by Bobby Kotick. I'm not going to answer that question, Gaseous. I'm not going to answer that one. Michael Morihaim, I can say it properly, sent an email to employees thanking Mr. Kilgore for his many contributions over the last 4.5 years, according to a copy of the email. Some employees said they were taken aback by the praise, particularly given that they had been told not to discuss the circumstances of his departure. In a 2020 letter, female youth sports employees complained about the feeling of defeat when an abuser exits the company with positive public farewells. Blizzard technology. I said Blizzard. Yeah, give us vape. Oh, okay. All right. The Activision spokeswoman. Okay. Employee email Mr. Kotick drafted about California's lawsuit in July said it included factually incorrect, old, and out-of-context stories. Mr. Kotick approves most internal company-wide emails as well as media responses according to internal documents people familiar with the matter. He directed the email to be sent by Frances Townsend, a former Bush administration official who joined Activision earlier this year and is one of the company's few female senior executives. We gonna get to Epstein? Well, we're gonna get to Epstein. I got it saved. Don't worry. We'll jump to Epstein very shortly. Activision employees criticized the statement Ms. Townsend on social media and later organized a walkout. She later apologized for the statement at a company women's group she led, attended by hundreds of Activision employees. Some shared their own stories of harassment and asked why Activision didn't care about them, according to a recording of a meeting. Employees asked Ms. Townsend to resign as head of that group, documents show, which she did. Dang it, Bobby, that boy ain't right. What did I just say? I'm not sure. But we're gonna quickly jump to the next thing on the show here. 1 second. Okay. So people were asking what the connection to Jeffy Epstein is. So this is the PDF of the entire Black Book. You can find this online, by the way. But it is the entire... I probably should honestly censor these numbers, but fuck it, we're here, and also these people are scumbags, so I don't really care. We're going to go down to page 31. We're going to see if we can find a familiar name here. Page 31. Let's zoom in. Oh boy, what is... I mean... But yeah, no. B. Kotick at Activision.com. Oh, hey! Thank you, Takashi. I'm gonna let this play. Hopefully it'll play the audio. I'm not sure if it will. I may have fucked up the alert box. But, I'll just read it out. Fuck it. Thanks for making my work less hard. Weekend nights are always crappy. Buy yourself a Monster Zero Ultra. Thank you. But, yeah. Beat Kotick at Activision.com up here. Also, Henry Kissinger, for some reason, is in the Black Book. I don't know. Didn't he die recently? I don't remember if he died recently, but still. This should have been the end of Bobby's job, but it wasn't. The boy ain't right. Agreed. Honestly, this is worth a read on its fucking own. Just going through all of the Black Book's fucking numbers and shit and seeing all the people who were in this fucking list. Real mind-blowing. Fucking Christopher Lambert, the dude from fucking Highlander, is in this list. Why is Christopher Lambert here? Yeah, that baffles me. Anyways, that's the only reason really I had with Epstein, but I also wanted to put Epstein in the image because I thought it'd be funny. I mean, it's kind of funny. Yep, Donald Trump's in the book. Hey, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go through and kind of read some of these people on here. I'm gonna zoom in. There's some crazy fucking names on here. Can only be one of the island. Was this secretly Jeffrey Epstein's Battle Royale plan? Bobby Kennedy, Ted Kennedy Jr., Rory Keegan, Edward Kennedy. I'm trying to find people that I actually know the names of. Ayla Hussein. Oh, wow, you copy paste this shit. Oh. Michael Jackson, which I don't know if that's what Michael Jackson we're thinking of, but hey, people, when you're running a blackmailing operation, human trafficking. Yeah. Me and Jeff needed advice to be the Highlander 2 Search for Peace. Oh, that movie sucks. Hey, out of sight, how you doing? Robert Durst, which is, as far as I know, oh, it's not the, okay, is that the same Robert Durst that I'm thinking of? Hold on. I'm gonna Google this. I just want to see if I'm right about this. Because, okay, I don't know if that's for Robert Durst that I'm thinking of. I'm doing pretty good. Oh, hey, Sebastian. So, okay, what I was thinking of when I saw Robert Durst there, have you guys ever watched, I think it's called The Jinx. Yeah, The Jinx on HBO. That's what I was thinking of when I saw that name. I don't think it's the right guy, but fucking hell, it could be. Yeah, no, there's so many goddamn names on here where it's like, it's almost information overload. Dustin Hoffman. Hetty Hoffman? That's weird. I don't know what you guys are saying. My mic might be fucking up a little bit. Let's set up here. Just kind of scrolling through these, trying to find... I know one of the Weinsteins is on here. Yeah, okay, it's just too many names. Let's get back on topic. Let's see here. So, okay. On the 16th, full screen. A message from CEO Bobby Kotick. Today, Activision CEO Bobby Kotick shared a video message with the company's employees. This is a transcript of his remarks. I want to talk to you today about the future and reiterate my conviction to create the most welcoming and inclusive workspace. Over the last few months, so many of you have generously and candidly shared your experiences and your insight about the type of company you want us to be. We've taken meaningful actions to improve our company and our culture, but there is more to do. To become a model workplace we all aspire to be, more change is required, but I am so confident that we will get there. There will, of course, be continued media attention about us and our industry over the next few months. In fact, there's an article today that paints an inaccurate and misleading view of our company, of me personally, and my leadership. Which, this is about the same day. Same day as the article got posted. First, we're incredibly fortunate to have most talented people in our industry also committed to constant improvement, and I share this commitment. Second thing I want to say is to anyone who doubts my conviction to be the most welcoming, inclusive workplace doesn't really appreciate how important this is to me. Creativity and inspiration thrives best in a safe and welcoming and respectful environment. There is no substitute for that. Staying true to our values, without exceptions, is our best way to retain our talents and attract new talent we need to achieve our great potential. As I have made clear, we're moving forward with a new zero-tolerance policy for inappropriate behavior, and zero means zero. Any reprehensible conduct is simply unacceptable. We have a chance to further enhance our culture and be an example other companies will follow, and we are so grateful, incredibly fortunate. Connecting and engaging the world through joy and fun is a powerful mission. Accomplishing this in a welcoming, inclusive workspace ensures we'll all achieve our mission with excellence. Over the last few years, our industry has had an uncomfortable spotlight that's been illuminating opportunities for us to change, and we must all, including me, embrace this need for change so we can bring back our very best selves to the very best place to work. Thank you for your commitment to a culture of respect, your appreciation for unique talents we each possess, and for maintaining the very best environment for all of us to work. For that, I am truly grateful. So, that kind of rings like, oh, I'm desperately trying to cover up the fact that shit's falling apart. I don't know if that does to anybody else, but it does to me. Now, of course, let's pull this up here. Now, of course, the shareholders of Activision Blizzard currently want Bobby to just get the fuck out and never show up again. The letter, they're calling for resignation of him and two other long-serving members, which are Brian Kelly and Robert Morgdow. These two have been serving since the 90s, along with Kotick. They want them to be fired, but I don't really think everybody knows how good that would actually be for Bobby in the long term, because as Stephen Totillo, formerly of Kotaku, points out here, that Bobby Kotick's potential payments upon termination of or change of control, I'm going to turn my camera off so you can see this properly, show different potential payments to him or his family. So, if he was to die, his family would get $252 million. If he was to end up being disabled, he would get $253 million. A termination by Activision Blizzard for cause would only net him $264,000, which means they'd have a good reason to do it. So he'd only get $264,000. Termination by Activision Blizzard without cause or termination by employee for good reason would net him $265,000. And then number one up here is termination by Activision Blizzard without cause or termination by employee for a good reason following a change of control would net him $292,970,341. Oh my god, I've never seen that much money. I've never seen that much money. So yeah, if Bobby was to get fired or terminated by them or terminated for a termination by employee for good reason following a change of control, yeah, he makes $292,000 fucking dollars. So I don't think he really gives too much of a shit if he's fired or not, because he's gonna make a lot of money off this. Gonna make a lot of money off this. Let's, here we go. We got another article here real quick. Ars Technica. Bobby Kotick says he would consider stepping down. If the company's deep-running sexual harassment and other cultural problems are not resolved, he will end up departing the organization. How much does he get if he's taken back out and shot? The first one. If he dies, his family gets a fuck ton of cash. But yeah. So, he possibly might leave, but don't think he's going out empty-handed. He's going out with a fuck ton of cash. And that's also not... Like, that's not the norm, really. So, this is EA's CEO, Andrew Wilson. His qualifying termination total would be $57,000. So, if you compare it, yeah. And then you also have termination due to death or termination due to disability. There's a far, far less amount that he's getting. And EA makes a lot of fucking money. Now, of course, as this kind of got out to everybody, different companies chimed in, including Sony. CEO Jim Ryan had criticized Activision's inadequate response to the allegations from the article and said that he was disheartened and frankly stunned to read that Activision has not done enough to address a deep-seated culture of harassment and discrimination. Sony reached out to Activision after a Wall Street Journal article went live to express concerns that Activision could address the allegations laid out in it. We do not believe their statements of response properly address the situation. So yeah, there was that. And then you also had, real quick here, you had one of the more popular figures right now in the industry, Microsoft's Phil Spencer. How many CODs have you bought so far? Hey, man. So yes, Phil Spencer told his team he's evaluating all aspects of our relationship with Activision Blizzard and making ongoing proactive adjustments following recent reports. He's disturbed and deeply troubled by the horrific events and actions at Activision Blizzard. The email follows a story from a Wall Street Journal revealed... Yeah, okay. Facts are facts. Yeah. In response, an Activision Blizzard spokesperson said, "We respect all feedback from our valued partners and are engaging with them further. We have detailed important changes we've implemented in recent weeks, so we'll continue to do so." Then, in a statement to IGN, Phil Spencer says, I personally have strong values for a welcoming, inclusive environment for all of our employees at Xbox. This is not a destination, but a journey we will always be on. The leadership at Xbox and Microsoft stand by our teams and support them in building a safer environment for all. And there's also a statement from Nintendo basically saying the exact same thing. Now, real quick, one more. So, where is this going to go? Mind you, this was not going to be a long stream, so I got a couple more topics I want to talk about after this. So this is just kind of wrapping up this part. So yeah, Activision has basically, ruined all good PR, and that's not even including some of the more recent game changes. Right now, the zombies community is currently saying that Vanguard Zombies is the worst thing since AIDS, herpes, and chlamydia. But that's the zombies community in general. They did the same thing about Cold War. They end up liking Cold War by the end. Same thing with Black Ops 3. They were wrong with that one, too. So that's kind of nothing new. Vanguard is it dropped like 40% in UK sales charts. It already had a free weekend. It already had a free fucking weekend. Yeah, it's a clusterfuck. It is a goddamn clusterfuck. And there's only a few ways it can end. And one of them is fucking Bobby Kotick just dipping out. If he leaves, shit probably won't improve, but it will get better. It's a clusterfuck. Now, mind you, I say this as someone who is invested. I like a lot of the games Activision puts out. I will straight up just say that. Let me pull this up here. You think I would have planned this shit out a little bit better, but I have to load up my capture device. You think I'd have this shit planned? Okay, let me make this slower. All right, sweet. Okay. That wasn't what I was trying to do. I'm planning on streaming on Twitch later. Probably tomorrow. Yeah. Wouldn't be me if someone didn't fuck up on here. Fuck it. That'll work. So, yeah, as somebody who... I fucking bought Vanguard as well. Like, I play Call of Duty. I like the series. I like, you know, the Tony Hawk game they put out recently. Pro Skater 1 and 2. But it just... It baffles my mind on the way they treat their employees and their staff and everything. And, yeah. Anyways, let me, do that. But, yeah, alright, so I got a couple other topics real fast. Let me pull this up here. I got an article that I really want to talk about here. I think it's a pretty interesting article. Man killed his daughter's boyfriend for selling her into sex trafficking ring, police say. The 19-year-old victim was killed last year. Police in Spokane, Washington, remains were recently discovered in the trunk of a car. So a Washington state father killed his daughter's 19-year-old boyfriend for selling her into a sex trafficking ring, police said. The boyfriend's remains were discovered in the trunk of an abandoned car on East Everett Avenue in Spokane last month. Police said in a press release Monday. Investigators believe the victim was killed in November 2020. The girl's father, John Eisman, 60, was charged with first-degree murder and is being held on $1 million bond. The attorney information was not listed for him. Police said that Eisman learned in October 2020 that his juvenile daughter had been sex trafficked in the Seattle area and obtained information that her boyfriend was responsible. Eisman was able to rescue his daughter and get back to Spokane that same month. When his father learned his daughter's boyfriend was going to be a location in Airway Heights, Eisman drove there and waited for a 19-year-old to arrive. During that encounter, he abducted the victim, tying up and placing him in his trunk of a vehicle, subsequently assaulted him by hitting him in the head with a cinder block and then stabbed him repeatedly, causing his death. After the homicide, Eisman drove a vehicle to a remote area in North Spokane County and abandoned the car with the body still inside. The car remained in a remote area until last month when a person drove it to Spokane and left it on East Everett Avenue. The remains were discovered and people began rummaging through the abandoned vehicle. Amber Hellman said her boyfriend and her friend were working outside and noticed the car had been left in the street for a while. They were just looking around for some reason. They decided to look in the trunk, and all I hear is, "There's a body," she told NBC affiliate KHQ TV of Spokane. Authorities do not believe the person who moved the car was aware there was a body in the trunk. What's the latest on low tax? That fucker's dead? Exactly. So yeah. One, why is this dad in jail? This dad did a fucking amazingly good thing. One, he saved his daughter from being sex trafficked. Two, he fucking killed the man who sex trafficked her. I know we shouldn't be propping up vigilante justice in a lot of ways, but you know what? Good. The guy got what he fucking deserved. I don't know. This shit pisses me off because this is the kind of shit you don't hear about while it's happening, in our daily lives. This shit happens all the time. Murder is wrong. I hope it gets out an appeal. Don't fuck with someone's child. All right, don't fuck with someone's child. If you fuck around and you get fucked up, whose fault is that? He literally killed the pedophile, put money in his commissary. I mean, I'm gonna say this very nicely. The man's a hero. Real quick, I also got a couple more things. So some of it's overview from a channel, and some of it's overview for a Twitch channel. So I'm going to do a Twitch channel stuff first. I'm hoping... Let me scooch out a frame here to grab it. Shit. Okay. Scooch back into frame. I'm hoping when I move next, I'm going to have a proper setup for this. But during Black Friday shopping, I decided to pick up a racing wheel to play Forza on stream. I'm not going to be playing it on stream here in this apartment because I've got no fucking room. Man is literal fuck around and find out. So yeah, I bought a racing wheel during Black Friday because I'm a madman. You heard about it? No, you heard the fucking squeak of this. But yeah, so I got this racing wheel. I'm gonna stream probably Forza on Twitch. Hopefully when I move, should be in the next couple months, God willing, if I can find a place. But I also can't set this up right here because I've got just not enough space right now. Also, I've started to edit on mobile because I bought a new phone recently. We have a new big iPhone, which is also my Stream Deck. But I'm starting to work on the Jim Jones video. It's in production. I got Forza Horizon 5. Fuck yeah! I'm not great at it. I still have to adjust the wheel all the time. But I do. And I'm down to play it sometime this weekend. Also, at the end of the year, I'm going to have a little interesting stream on both Twitch and YouTube for New Year's. We're going to have a little New Year's celebration, and it won't just be me on stream. I've talked to a couple people. Hopefully, might have some other YouTubers on here to, shoot the shit, talk about, future plans for 2022. What's the update on the debt? I'm slowly getting out of debt, okay? We got a $2 raise on my job, so it's pretty glitchy on my rig, but I'm ready when you are. All right. Claw? Well, possibly. I'm going to save him for surprises. But the New Year's stream is going to be pretty great. And then... Oh, yes. I'm going to do a very controversial review on my second channel, which I'm going to start uploading to fucking finally. Talking about the Cowboy Bebop live action adaptation. And all I gotta say is, I know everyone is going to get pissed at me for saying it. I'm ready for it, but hey, could be worse. Tyler brings the bass. What else? Oh yes, Twitch streams are gonna happen more frequently. Gonna have a lot more free time, hopefully by the beginning of the year, because work has been Squid Game ref. Oh god, I still have not finished Squid Game. I've been meaning to though. What else? Twitch streams are gonna be more regular, especially at the start of the year. Yeah. Other than that, we're kind of not very. You're gonna not like my take then, Gomi. My take is I don't hate it. It wasn't 50k. It was like 20k. Yeah, it was 20k of debt. It's going down. Okay. All right. You want me to get? Okay, I'll get into it now. I didn't hate the Cowboy Bebop live action adaptation, and I will give my valid reasons, in my opinion, for why. I'm not great with keeping up with my debt. Okay, so the Cowboy Bebop live action remake is some aspects good, some aspects like why, and then some aspects like, oh no, this looks bad. John Cho and the guy who they have playing Jet Black have such good chemistry, so accurate, they're great. Faye took so long to grow on me until like the 7th episode. Faye was a problem until that episode. I was like, okay, I kind of like Faye now. But the sets are good. The Bebop itself is fucking amazing looking. The new music they had, because they got Yoko Kanno back to do the music for the anime, or from the anime to the show. The new music's fucking good. It has bad Seinfeld tier writing. Well, okay, it's Netflix. That's to be expected. But the music alone is worth it. We're getting a second season of it, which means we're going to get more music from Yoko Kanno, meaning I'm happy. So that's the only thing I've really got kind of to say about it right now. I have to write down a review. But I'm starting to edit on my phone now, so I can edit anywhere I go. Now, real quick, let me tell you what. We've been talking about Cowboy Bebop. And now I want to fucking listen to it for the outro. So with that, guys, I'm going to end the stream for tonight. We're going to have another stream very soon. Don't worry about that. I'm going to actually properly stream more than I have in the last, about a year. Oh, hey, Red Access. I I just saw if you followed on Twitch, because I get those little notifications there. Alright, so... just get this ready. Alright guys, with that, I'm gonna... where's yeah, I'm sorry you're late. I'm gonna say this, the Netflix adaptation of this is better than the adaptation, like, by a country fucking mile of Death Note. The only good thing about the Death Note live action thing was them getting Willem Dafoe to be Reeve. But with that, I'm gonna quickly set the outro off. Have a good night, everybody. Let's listen to some Cowboy Bebop and another stream very soon. Also, it's better than the live action kite they did. That was awful. Anyway,